Ok, bienvenidos a la clase de español, clase de español 4 aquí at Chatty Chameleon. I hope you guys are doing very, very well. I miss you very much and would much, much rather be with you doing class than doing this by myself, but this is how we're going to have to do it for this week, and maybe next week we'll try to do our class live. We'll see how it goes. But anyway, we're going to start with some things that we haven't done before, just as a quick review, quick warm-up. It's been a little while since we spent time on the Alfombra Verde, but we're going to do it today. So, let's take a look at our calendario. Hoy es el 18 de marzo. Repitan, por favor, la fecha es el 18 de marzo. Excelente. Vamos a contar hasta 18. Repitan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and that's where we stop, el 18 de marzo. Ok, vamos a cantar.
Uno, dos, dos, tres, tres, cuatro, cuatro, cinco, cinco, seis, seis, siete, siete, ocho, ocho, nueve, nueve, 10, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Excelente. Hoy, ¿qué día es hoy? Hoy es el miércoles. Hoy es miércoles. Vamos a repasar los días de la semana. Repitan. Lunes, martes, miércoles, jueves, viernes, sábado y domingo. Ok, vamos a cantar.
Lunes, martes, miércoles, jueves, viernes, sábado, domingo, 7. Lunes, martes, miércoles, jueves, viernes, sábado, domingo, 7.
Un poco
Más rápido, faster.
Lunes, martes, miércoles, jueves, viernes, sábado, domingo, 7. Lunes, martes, miércoles, jueves, viernes, sábado, domingo, 7.
Más rápido.
rápido.
Lunes, martes, miércoles, jueves, viernes, sábado, domingo, 7. Lunes, martes, miércoles, jueves, viernes, sábado, domingo, 7.
Excelente. Ok, ahora vamos a repasar los meses. Repitan. Enero, febrero, marzo, abril, mayo, junio, julio, agosto, septiembre, octubre, noviembre, diciembre. Ok, vamos a cantar los meses.
12 meses tiene el año, 12 meses, vamos a cantar los 12 meses, tiene el año, 12 meses, vamos a cantarlos. Enero, febrero, marzo, abril y mayo, junio, julio, agosto, septiembre, octubre, noviembre, y no olvides diciembre. Enero, febrero, marzo, abril y mayo, junio, julio, agosto, septiembre, octubre, noviembre, y no olvides diciembre. 12 meses tiene el año, 12 meses, vamos a cantar los 12 meses, tiene el año, 12 meses, vamos a cantarlos.
Ok, excelente. give us a little bit of a warm up to get started for our class today. So again, I really would rather be with you doing our class today instead of doing it this way, but I really wanted to try to not miss our classes because it's really easy to forget everything, and everybody's on a really good roll right now, and I was hoping we could just try to continue this way, and like I said, maybe next week we'll try live class, but we'll see how things work with me figuring all that out. So anyway, so I hope everybody's doing okay. We're going to go through some things today, and if anybody has any questions about what we're learning today, or just questions in general, you can have your parents call me or email me. I am sitting at home just like you, so I can help you at any time that you need any help. But what we're going to do today is we are going to review through our skit that we may or may not be doing at the end of our class. That all just depends, so I'm really not sure if that's going to happen or not, but we're going to pretend it is, and we're just going to read through that real quick just so we know what we're talking about. We're also going to then be reviewing what we did last week with our verbs that end in ZCO in the yo form. We learned 5 or 6 verbs that do that. And then we're going to learn our new lesson for this year, and we'll wrap everything up. So another thing that I would what I would actually like you to do is first find your skit for Ay, los chocolates. If you need to pause the video, go ahead and pause it now. Find your folder along with your Ay, los chocolates and the activities that I gave you last week to do, which look like this. A reference sheet with reconocer, other CER ending words, and you had a couple of things to do with that, which we're going to go over together here in just a second. All right, so you should have your Ay, los chocolates. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to read through the entire thing. So just pay attention to when it's your turn. And some of you, I know we were doing some crazy things like last week, like chocolates. Remember, O in Spanish sounds like O in English, so it's chocolates. Paquete for packet. There were a couple other strange things. So whenever it's your turn, just kind of pay attention to how I'm pronouncing the words. And make yourself a note if there's something that you're not sure how to say. And of course, you can always send me a message and ask. All right, so let's just listen. Ay, los chocolates. Es el cumpleaños del señor Rodríguez. Él está abriendo el regalo de su hermano que vive en los Estados Unidos. La señora Rodríguez y sus 3 hijos curiosos, Graciela y Esteban, remember we have to take out Juanito because we don't have enough people, lo están mirando. Mi hermano siempre recuerda mi cumpleaños. ¿Qué voy a encontrar dentro del paquete? ¿Qué piensan ustedes? Yo pienso que es algo aburrido, como una camisa o unos calcetines. Nosotros pensamos que es algo de comer. ¿No lo vas a abrir? Sí, vamos a ver qué es. El señor Rodríguez abre el paquete y encuentra algo delicioso. ¡Chocolates! ¡Chocolates Hershey! Son mis favoritos. Hay muchos. Vamos a contarlos. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. El señor Rodríguez cierra el paquete. Pero papá, no podemos comer un chocolate. Bueno, está bien. 1 para Graciela, 1 para Esteban y 1 para mí. Gracias, papá. ¿Quieres un chocolate, mi amor? Oh, no, gracias. Me siento gorda. Tengo que perder 5 kilos. Papá, por favor, no podemos tener otro chocolate. No, los chocolates son para mí. El señor Rodríguez cuenta 11 chocolates. Sube a su recámara y abre un cajón. Voy a esconder los chocolates debajo de mis calcetines. Mis hijos no van a encontrarlos. Quiero gozar los chocolates poco a poco. El día siguiente, la señora Rodríguez está buscando sus tijeras. Graciela, no recuerdo dónde están mis tijeras. Pienso que están en mi recámara. ¿Puedes buscarlas? Sí, mamá. Graciela sube a la recámara de sus padres y busca. No encuentro las tijeras, mamá. Busca en los cajones. Graciela busca en los cajones de ropa de sus padres. Encuentra las tijeras, pero también encuentra los chocolates de su papá. Hay muchos chocolates. No piensa y come uno de los chocolates. De repente se siente asustada. Su papá va a estar enojado. Cierra el cajón rápidamente, se cepilla los dientes y lleva las tijeras a su mamá. Aquí tienes, mamá. Esa noche, después de la cena, el señor Rodríguez sube a su recámara y cuenta los chocolates. Solo hay 10 chocolates. Hay un ladrón en mi casa. Uno de ustedes está comiendo mis chocolates. ¿Quién es el ladrón? Yo no soy un ladrón. Yo no soy una ladrona. Uno de ustedes miente. Estoy enojado. Uno de ustedes tiene que encontrar el valor para decir la verdad, o ya no vamos a comer postre en esta casa. La noche siguiente, después de la cena, Graciela encuentra a su papá en la sala. Papá, tengo que hablar algo. Estoy muy avergonzada. Yo comí el chocolate. Perdóname. Estoy orgulloso de ti. Yo sé que es difícil encontrar el valor para decir la verdad. El señor Rodríguez y Graciela se abrazan. El fin. Okay, so there's our story. If you have any questions with how to pronounce anything, just please make sure you send me a message and I will help you with that. Okay. So let's go ahead and take a look, see if you can find your work from last week. Okay, so this is your practice from last week. Take a look at that. If you did do it, you will be getting a stamp in your folder as soon as I see you again. So vamos a repasar los animales. El mono o hipopótamo. La cebra. El elefante. La jirafa. El león, el tigre. Okay. Vamos a repetirlos otra vez. Mono, cebra, elefante, jirafa, león, tigre. So on the count of 3, yell out which one you would like. 1, 2, 3. Fantastico. As soon as I see you next time, that will go in your folder for doing your practice. Now let's take a look at the practice that you did last week, or you should have done for last week. As just a quick review, we talked about some verbs in Spanish that when they end in CER, like this one, reconocer, we, instead of taking off the ER and putting an O, like we know how to do, we have to add a Z before the C and then add an O. So notice we have reconocer turns into yo reconozco. This only happens in the yo form. No place else do we have to add a Z. And the only reason we have to add a Z is to maintain the pronunciation of our last C sound. Because if we were just to take off the ER and put an O, we would pronounce that word reconozco. And it's reconocer. So we need a sound in there somewhere. So therefore we put a Z in and we get reconozco. All right, so we learned also parecer, to look like, or parecer plus ser, to seem, to be. Parezco, they don't show you, but it ended in ZCO. Obedecer would be yo obedezco. Aparecer, aparezco. Desaparecer, desaparezco. We'll look at the conjugations in a minute. Just as a reminder, one thing you may want to do, and I'll put the link in the email to your parents, but you may want to do a quick review of your yo is I, and to is you, él and he and she, and also the o, as, a, amos, an, otra vez, and the er one that I know you don't like as much, but just to do a quick review of how those verbs end, because you are working with your er verbs here. All right, so you were supposed to write down a translation of what these sentences say. So the first one says, yo me parezco a mi padre. That means I look like my dad, or I resemble my dad, my father. Los insectos parecen ser hormigas. The insects seem to be ants. El hombre herido no me reconoce. The injured man does not recognize me. Los gatos no nos obedecen. Los gatos no nos obedecen. The cats do not obey us. Un conejo aparece del sombrero del mago. A rabbit appears from the magician's hat. Yo desaparezco cuando mi mamá está limpiando los platos. I disappear when my mom is cleaning the dishes. En la noche, un fantasma aparece sobre mi cama. At night, a ghost appears above my bed. Cuando nosotros tenemos hambre, la comida desaparece. When we are hungry, the food disappears. Tú siempre obedeces a tu padre. You always obey your father. El perro se parece a su dueño. The dog resembles or looks like his owner. All right, so that is how you do those ones, the translations for last week's words. All right, so let's do a quick review of last week's verbs that we had. And our first one is the verb desaparecer. So notice how the yo form, we have to add that z in there, desaparezco, and then the rest of the verb is normal. So try to repeat it after me. Yo desaparezco. Tú desapareces. Sorry, that's not right. Tú desapareces. Usted desaparece. Él desaparece. Nosotros Oh, you know what? Before we do that one, do you see how she put NOS period? Make sure you don't ever do that in Spanish because the word nos means us, and we want to use the word nosotros, which means we. And I know she's making an abbreviation there, but because it doesn't fit on the in that space. But make sure you always write out nosotros. Nosotros desaparecemos. Ustedes desaparecen. Ellos desaparecen. La mujer desaparece. The woman disappears. Okay, let's try the next one. Repitan. Obedecer. Yo obedezco. Tú obedeces. Usted obedece. Él obedece. Nosotros obedecemos. Ustedes obedecen. Ellos obedecen. Los niños obedecen a la policía. ¿Qué significa? What does that mean? Los niños obedecen a la policía. Sí, the kids obey the police. Okay, our next one. Reconocer. Repitan. Yo reconozco. Tú reconoces. Usted reconoce. Él reconoce. Nosotros reconocemos. Ustedes reconocen. Ellos reconocen. El Señor reconoce al niño. ¿Qué significa en inglés? El Señor reconoce al niño. The man recognizes the boy. Okay, our next one is aparecer, to appear. Repitan. Yo aparezco. Tú apareces. Usted aparece. Ella aparece. Nosotros aparecemos. Ustedes aparecen. Ellas aparecen. Un conejo aparece en el sombrero del mago. ¿Qué significa en inglés? Un conejo aparece en el sombrero del mago. A rabbit appears in the magician's hat. Very good. And we have one more. Parecerse. Now, we learned a long time ago about these verbs, reflexive verbs that have a se at the end. We have to move them into the front and turn them into me, te, se, nos, or se, depending on who our subject is. So that's why those are there. All right. Repitan. Me parezco. Te pareces. Se parece. Nos parecemos. Se parecen. Se parecen. El perro se parece a su dueño. ¿Qué significa en inglés? El perro se parece a su dueño. The dog looks like his owner. And he does. Okay, very good. So those are a review of our verbs from last week that do the Z in the yo form. Okay, now for this week, we're going to move on to some new verbs. And these are, there's a list of these words. The activity, since you don't have it, I'm going to be emailing that to your parents, so maybe they can print it out for you. The activity that you're going to do with these new verbs for next week. There's a couple of puzzles and a couple other different things, so I'll make sure that I email that along with your with this video for your parents to print out for you. Sorry, I just yawned. I am sitting over here at Chatty Chameleon. It is, let's see, 7:30 at night, I believe. And you are the fourth class that I've recorded. So I've been doing this for a couple hours. So I keep drinking water because I can't talk too much longer. And I'm starting to get tired, so I'm yawning a little bit. Okay, so we'll try to get through the rest here, and then you'll be on your way. All right, so we have a bunch of new verbs in this lesson. And we're just going to go through, and I just want you to repeat them first. And then we're going to go through and talk about what they mean. All right, so here we go. Repitan. Vivir, morirse. Salvar. Escaparse. Mover. Tocar. Asustar. Alcanzar. Sorprender. Soplar. Gritar. Prender. Apagar. Meter. Sacar. Entrar. Salir. Okay, so this is the first time in a while that we've had a big set of new verbs. This will be a really good one for us to play Quizlet Live with whenever we get back to class together. I actually don't have this lesson yet on Quizlet, but I'm going to be working on that while I'm at home, like you, I'm trying to get caught up on some things that I've wanted to do. And you could go ahead and register for Quizlet, which I don't think everybody has. I know when we played together, you've been going just to Quizlet.live. So, but if you are in Quizlet, then what you can do is go to Level 4 Spanish just for Kids, and you can find this lesson, but wait a couple of days and then it'll be there. And that way you can practice these new words because there are a lot of them. All right, so let's go through and see what these mean real quick. So we're going to go backwards. Let's take a look at this one. Salir. El estudiante sale del salón. El estudiante sale del salón. The student leaves the room. So the verb salir means to leave someplace. Our next one, entrar. El hombre entra a la casa. El hombre entra a la casa. This one's a pretty easy one to remember, right? To enter. The man enters the house. Sacar. La señora saca los comestibles del saco. La señora saca los comestibles del saco. The woman takes out the food from the bag. So she's taking out the food. To take out. Have you noticed these are opposite pairs yet? Meter. Juan mete la ropa en los cajones. Juan mete la ropa en los cajones. Juan puts the clothes in the drawers. Mete la ropa en los cajones. Apagar. El señor apaga la luz. El señor apaga la luz. The man turns out the light. Turns out the light. So what's next? Prender. Tú prendes la luz en la noche. Tú prendes la luz en la noche. You turn on the light at nighttime. You turn on the light at nighttime. Gritar. Yo grito mucho en la montaña rusa. Yo grito mucho en la montaña rusa. I yell or scream a lot on the roller coaster. I scream a lot on the roller coaster. Excuse me. Soplar. El viento sopla demasiado. El viento sopla demasiado. The wind blows too much. The wind blows too much. Sorprender. Sorprendemos a Lupe en su cumpleaños. We surprised Lupe on her birthday. Sorprendemos a Lupe en su cumpleaños. Alcanzar. El muchacho alcanza la maleta. El muchacho alcanza la maleta. The boy reaches for his suitcase. Alcanzar. Asustar. El fantasma asusta a Juanito. El fantasma asusta a Juanito. The ghost scares Juanito. Tocar. Yo toco tu dedo índice con el mío. Yo toco tu dedo índice con el mío. I touch your index finger to mine. I touch your index finger to mine. Tocar is to touch. I don't remember if we've had this verb before, but tocar can also mean to play an instrument. I know some of you do, so that might be an interesting one for you. Tocar, to play an instrument or to touch. Mover. Mi tío mueve los brazos y los pies cuando baila. Mi tío mueve los brazos y los pies cuando baila. My uncle moves his arms and his feet when he dances. Mover, to move. Escaparse. El prisionero se escapa de la cárcel. El prisionero se escapa de la cárcel. The prisoner escapes from jail. Escaparse. Salvar. Mi hermana salva al pobre gato asustado. Mi hermana salva al pobre gato asustado. My sister saves the poor scared cat. Salvar, to save. And we've seen these before. Vivir y morirse. El pez vive. The fish lives. El pez vive. El pez se muere de hambre. El pez se muere de hambre. The fish dies from hunger. That's not good. Feed your fish. Okay, let's say these one more time and we'll wrap it up. Repitan, por favor. Salir. Entrar. Sacar. Meter. Apagar. Prender. Gritar. Soplar. Sorprender. Alcanzar. Asustar. Tocar. Mover. Escaparse. Salvar. Vivir. Morirse. Okay, excelente. I hope you stuck with me okay. I know that was kind of a long lesson, but, and I'm really upset. You guys ask me every week when we come, are we playing a game? And I did have actually a couple for us to do today besides our one that we've been doing on Quizlet. But you know what? We'll be seeing each other soon and we will be able to do those things again. So like I said, there are a couple of activities that I will be sending you. I'll be sending you the list of the words. I just didn't have it made up yet. This is a scramble, word scramble to work on your new vocab. And I'll probably have you do what else? Let's see. There's a puzzle. That would be a good one, maybe. I might try to send you that. Or I might try to send you these sentences to try to translate. So I'll send you a couple things to practice with those new words. And we're not going to have class next week. We will have class either through a video I make and send to you, or we'll be doing it live. So I will let your parents know how that's going to work next week. Otherwise, I'll definitely send you next week's lesson. And make sure you have your work done, and we'll check it together, make sure everything makes sense. So anyway, I hope you guys are doing okay. Stay safe, be good, keep out of trouble. And I am looking forward to seeing you again because I'm already going crazy being at my house all the time. So I'm looking forward to getting to see you guys again. I miss you a lot and hope you're doing well. And again, if you have any questions, just let me know. All right, guys, have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Adios.